I'm Andy, and I'm a rebel fighting for my freedom. I am a saver. I don't believe on throwing stuff away if I can use it later on down the road. Maybe that's why I'm different than most people.
I'm Becky, and I'm a housewife. If there's ever a big disaster, we could probably live at least a year without needing for anything.
I'm Russ. Andy is my dad. Becky is my stepmom. I would never call Becky a hoarder. I would never call my dad a hoarder, because they don't like that, and I know this. But yes, they're hoarders.
I'm Amanda. My parents are hoarders. One bathroom is filled with stuff. Can't even get in it. The bedrooms are floor to ceiling, front to back, filled with stuff. Lots of books, DVDs, just a hot mess.
I would like a house with more cupboard space and more closets, because these houses is zilch on storage.
In the living room, the first thing you walk over is a TV.
I was taking out a TV that just never got outside.
Doesn't bother me to climb over it every day, not at all.
You know, you get used to it, you adapt.
It's like big explosion. Like if you touch it or look at it funny, stuff would just fall down.
Damn it. I had this stuck way back in here.
He'll walk past something and it'll fall or pop out on its own.
Oh,
And he tells everybody, don't step on anything.
that's my medicine bag, and I don't know how it got there.
It's like, it's not my fault. You're the one who put it on the floor.
I know where to step, and I consider myself having a good sense of balance, like a mountain goat.
My name is Sergeant Davis. I'm the sergeant of the Code Enforcement Unit of the Marysville Police Department. We entered through the front door, and all I could see was a wall of garbage. There was no kitchen, no living room, no bathroom, no bedrooms, just garbage.
I'm here today, pay my weekly visit with them and see what kind of progress they're doing.
Do I hate Cop Davis? You damn right I hate Cop Davis. Get out of here.
Becky, is there something I can do to help you folks? We're not gonna go away. You understand that, right?
Yep.
Get the hell away from me.
Well-
Don't even talk to me. Get the hell away from me.
We're all here, and we've assembled a lot of professionals to help you and Becky. I want us to try to do what we can so that your dad keeps his home and he and Becky don't go to jail. Officer Davis, do you have anything to add to what we've said so far?
I think it's time to begin and work our way towards compliance, I think.
Okay, so how about if we all get to work?
We get it going.
All right?
All right.
Yeah, all books saved.
You wanna say
Saved.
I don't know if it's dad's or Becky's. It could be his stuff, it could be her stuff.
Let's
All right.
Can you take this down?
take it down.
My name is Kevin. I'm the neighbor of Andy and Becky. I'm happy to help, as are some of the other neighbors. I'm really impressed with how many neighbors have showed up.
Gotta go.
Crash.
It's gotta go, okay? Just like that. Thank you very much, okay? It's gotta go like that.
This guy looks like he's seen better days.
Yeah, let's
Good job, Andy.
go with it.
Yes, to the tables, out the door.
This one's heavy, heavy. Your safety is more important than anything in this pile.
Delicious. This is one of the most dense hoards I've ever been in, because when you pull things, it's like an avalanche. Really bad.
have the kitchen done, bathroom clear. People are working on the hallway. Andy gave us permission to clean the laundry room. What's the update?
So we need to get them another exit out of the house. They have to have another egress. That front door is the only way in and out of this house.
Excellent.
We could tear into this. We could get this done in no time.
Yeah. All right. Sound good?
So are you gonna open the door, Russ?
Okay.
Yeah.
Close it. Close it all. The fridge is gone, and we're not gonna open it, so can you duct tape it? It smells like sweet butt juice. I don't even know.
Just dump it. You got a train load, a boxcar full, dump it. This thing, dump it.
Over the course of the last few days, there's been this coming together. There's been making peace, building friendships and connections, which has expanded out to the community as well, which is remarkable.
I have never called Sergeant Davis Sergeant Davis. He's always been Cop Davis to me. No, that's out. He is Sergeant Davis. Sergeant Davis, I'm sorry for what I've done and said and what I thought about you.
I accept your apology, and I also apologize to you if I ever said anything that was incorrect or in any way offended you.
Sergeant?
Andy? It was nice to hear Andy apologize and to be able to speak civilly with him for the first time in all these months.
Sergeant Davis is a friend of mine.
We can actually all four stand in one room. At least they have access from the front door. They have access in here. They can actually start cleaning the kitchen, get the kitchen used. They have a way to get out of the back of the house through the garage. Right. There's still a lot to do in the garage.
We've created a good living space. I think they can function normally. I can't speak on what's inside of the bedrooms.
They still have a lot to do. This house is technically at this point is really not livable, but they've already been living in this when it was much worse than this. Vika, what do you think? Where do we stand right now with all this whole process?
I got word from my crew that 40 trucks left the premises and a total of 160 tons were taken off of this property. 160 tons. I can't fault anybody who allows 160 tons of trash, recycle, and disposable items to leave their property. I'm very proud of Andy and Becky, and though they have a long way to go, they've gone leaps and bounds above what I anticipated for this week.
Well, you've done a great job. 160 tons is a lot of stuff that got hauled out of here. Estimate is it's probably 60 plus more tons that's got to get out of here at some point. And we want to work with you on that. As of right now, technically you're not in compliance still. You still have a ways to go, but you are so much closer.
I'd like to add something, Andy. Early January, we had a brief meeting and we talked about coming into compliance, and if we could not, that the city was going to move towards the abatement portion and all that stuff. Well, I just want to put your mind at ease that that is no longer a concern as of today. We're going to continue to work with you folks and try to move this thing forward. All right.
City officials, you just don't find city officials as you poor. And the rest of these people, your hearts are just tremendous.
This is such a clean house.
I'm Mary. I'm a retired teacher, and I taught almost 39 years. Obviously, I like to collect things. Or my house would not be the cluttered mess that it is today. The outside I try to have look appropriate because I want to keep up appearances. but the inside is a total disaster, and that's why I don't have people over.
I'm Kathy. I'm Mary's friend. She didn't let me in her house at first.
Well, it's a disaster zone.
And then, of course, I looked in the window.
I'm trying to walk here.
And I'm like, Mary, you're a hoarder.
I'm Elizabeth, and Mary is my aunt. Mary is a hoarder to the maximum. She shops. She brings stuff in and rarely ever takes anything out.
There may be clothes that have fallen. There may be books. There's even school supplies dumped there thinking I would get back to it, but that was before we had the little critters that came in. I think the rats are out of control. They'll eat anything. They'll chew through the plastic for the dog treats or the Parmesan cheese, even eat leather and shoes and leather and purses. They're about eating me out of house and home, but the biggest thing is that the mess they're leaving behind, not only knocking stuff over, but the pee, which smells, and their little turd things. It's disgusting. The biggest rat I've seen is about 16, 17 inches. I'll see one disappear, and then it's like there's a little scrambling noise, and then you'll hear these little chirps. I can hear it sounds like chewing in the walls.
I definitely know that Mary's neighbors do not like her.
I'm Mike, and I'm Mary's neighbor. I'm concerned about rodents. Every exit from that house points to my house. If she doesn't get this cleaned out, I definitely will press it with authorities.
Mary, we have an enormous amount of people here.
Yes,
for
I
a
see.
reason. This is a very big task. My name is Matt Paxton. I'm extreme cleaning specialist. This house is extremely dangerous. I'm not talking like, oh, it could catch on fire. The best thing that could happen to this house is if it caught on fire. I brought Terminex in to help with the pests. We've got Service Master here. Safety, safety, safety is gonna be the big word today. We are in an area of the country that has both the hantavirus and the bubonic plague. We had it tested. I think we're good, but we have to go in with the gear, assuming that we're not good.
A level of infestation like this, we would recommend to fumigate the whole home.
I'm Rico with Terminex. This is probably one of the worst cases I've seen.
So we have to have this all removed.
All right, hopefully she will make good decisions.
What about stuff like this that's sealed?
What do you see all of that?
Well, I see they've been walking on it.
That's urine. Pretty much everything in this room has, we call it patina, and it's rat pee and rat poop. This is contaminated, and by law, we can't really save it.
What about booze? Beer or ale? Or...
No, there's really nothing here I would feel comfortable with you consuming. Nothing in this house can be saved. It's all destroyed. It's all covered in inches and inches and inches of pee and poop. They use this as a step. What happens is it's actually urine first, and then they poop. They actually used this handle as a ladder to climb up into other shelves. This isn't Mary's house. This is the rat's house. You see all of this. This is just all rat poop. It still shocks me a little bit how much we're finding. We can't spend 2 hours in the house straight. We can barely spend 30 minutes straight. Families getting frustrated, they're getting disgusted.
I almost threw up. Oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't. I don't know if it's a combination of the hoarding and all the stuff you have to wear. I'm not sure, but I can't believe there's 8 or 10 of us in there and there's still more stuff. I mean, we should have cleaned it out by now. It's just more layers and layers.
We're stuck. Right now, no chance we'll clean this house. This
is the base of the kitchen table. I mean, this is the color it's supposed to be. And this is what it really is. This is all just poop, and you see that at the very bottom. It's just caked. I mean, there's literally inches and inches thick of poop. If the base of my house looks like that, I don't want to live in it. There he goes. Up high, Johnny boy.
Some mice are popping up. So now we know in the same house we've had cats, dogs, rats, and mice.
Oh, here he is. I'm getting out the way.
It's basically like a Tom and Jerry episode. Right now, the rats are the least of my worries. I'm coming across structural issues.
You see the floor below me moving. It's from all the urine and all the moisture that's been in this house. And this is right under the kitchen table, so we know a lot of mice and rats were living here. The water has come from over there. You can start to see where it is. Starts over there at the sink. It comes here now. Watch the floor move when I move my foot. This is very, very, very dangerous. That means the subflooring is gone. This is bad. This house, as you move more stuff out, you see how damaged this house really is.
This house is not safe.
Mary, do you want them to not put it on and you can ask Matt about it? Matt?
What about all the stuff that was in this curio?
Rats have lived in there. We're at a point where a lot of the stuff is saturated beyond.
Okay.
Why don't we go in, Mary? Why don't we see what's going on? The dining room and living room were cleared out, so I took Mary in, and I was not prepared for what I saw. I've never honestly seen anything like this in my life. The entire floor was covered with rat feces. Look over here. This looks like where they lived.
It looks like someone dropped coffee on the floor, and that's actually all rat poop.
I didn't realize it was quite this extensive.
Yeah. If this was all human poop and not rat poop, what would you think about this house?
It would need to be torn down.
So there you go.
I think she's getting it. And she finally said, look, it's gross, throw it away. I'm hoping we've made the turn.
We can go in the front door, Mary.
God.
Oh my gosh.
The family was like, wow, it's so spacious. It's ruined.
Ew.
The most important thing was to get the food out so that we can properly fumigate for the rats.
Right.
And we can do that, and that starts in 2 days. We took almost 30 tons of trash out of this house. Here's my bigger concern. Once you get everything out, you start to really see how bad it's rotted out. This house has to be gutted. And I'm just gonna be really blunt. You have to make a mathematical decision now. Her house is done, and she's now starting to understand the financial implications of that. It might be smarter to bulldoze it and rebuild, or sell and move on. This is a great example of what hoarding can do to your home. If you ignore something long enough, it can ruin itself physically, and it can ruin you financially.
I'm just going to have to make some decisions how much money to put into it or just take a loss, or I don't know if I'm even going to have to file bankruptcy. I don't know.
Sorry, Mary. I wish it could have been better for you. I'm really sorry. It is a total 100% loss. She is not going to live there. She's going to come live with me, and it's done. I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Ironically, she filled a house with a bunch of items on sale to save money, and in essence, they cost her her entire life's fortune.
I am Diana, and I get kind of lost in my own world. I have just become, so secluded. For some reason, it is comforting for me to have things around me.
I'm Reba, and I'm Diana's daughter. The house is filthy. There's everything from fast food wrappers to bottles to papers and magazines and the animals that messed all over it. It's a death trap.
My name is Andrew, and Diana is my mother. My mother's house looks like a nightmare. Nothing salvageable in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, it's not something you want to brag about, but unless it's hurting somebody else, I don't feel like anybody should poke their nose in it.
I'm extremely worried about her. As the time has gone on, she's getting weaker and weaker. Her body is deteriorating more and more, and it's to the point where it's so bad she really cannot walk through the house. It's definitely adding to her health issues.
I have struggled so much with back surgery and then cancer and another back surgery, and that's just been the last few years. There are days when I come in and it is much too painful to even check the mail.
She's actually called me before telling me that she's fallen and she needs help getting up, and I wasn't able to immediately get to her. My brother and I live with the guilt every single day, knowing that the house is completely inhabitable and the house is killing my mom.
My name's Matt Paxton. I'm an extreme cleaning specialist. It's day one. First thing we gotta do is let the family see the entire house so that they know what they're dealing with.
Mercy.
And then we gotta get busy.
What percentage of this stuff is trash, do you think?
98.
Yeah, I'm thinking up in the 90s. Okay. So we're gonna get the obvious stuff, which is the plastic bags, the cans, the bottles, the food wrappers. That goes right away.
Oh my gosh, what is all this?
Reba is finding her voice.
This is sad.
She's saying what she needs. She's saying what she wants. She's finding a confidence about herself.
Well, here we go, Mom, work.
Okay.
All right, Andrew, why don't you come on back here? I'll get some bags.
Not a problem.
And we'll just do this together.
Let's make a never-ending count.
We're working really late tonight, so Andrew can be a part of this process. It's imperative that the entire family works in the process of cleaning up. Your old room.
Yep. Just like I left it, unfortunately.
Is it?
Yeah, it's been a little rearranged, but pretty much everything's the same.
Do you want to keep any of this stuff?
No, I'm good, man. Clean slated.
Is there nothing from your childhood you want?
There's nothing, man. Like, it's all a bad dream as far as I'm concerned. Everything from my childhood, like, it's just one of those things that you gotta almost repress, if anything else, and just keep moving on.
That's not the healthy way to do it.
Oh, no, I didn't have a choice at the time.
I'm Dr. Melva Green, a board-certified psychiatrist specializing in anxiety disorders and hoarding behaviors.
In the room with Andrew, the extent of his pain as a result of his mother's hoarding becomes clear.
The biggest feeling I have for it all right now is the anger. It's just the hatred of everything that's gone on. Just how it happened, how it was allowed to happen. Just like when we were kids, man, like we were raised to think this was the normal.
We didn't have this when you were born.
Yeah, we did. It wasn't just an overnight deal. It's been the entire time we've lived here.
Up until Andrew came into the picture, we were under the impression that empty nest syndrome triggered this real psychological breakdown and hoarding. Diana gave me a very different story. My theory was that this was mourning your leaving and her other traumas. But what I'm hearing you say is it was like this when you were here.
Yeah, It's always been to some degree dirty.
At one point in time, me and Lynn had to wear dirty clothes to school. I'd come in here and nothing, empty. So we'd just go to school because it was away from here.
I'm sorry, I really don't recall that.
You really get to see just how deep in denial Diana has been. She seems clueless that her children have been so traumatized and are holding so much pain inside.
And I mean, if you've repressed it, there's not any way I'm gonna remind you of it. But I can't forget it. I hated a lot of my childhood, to be completely honest.
Andrew is just a stick of dynamite, just ready to explode. He is so angry and so resentful.
You failed us. And what you've done will always have an effect on us. I'm never going to be normal because of what's happened here. In some ways, I'll never be able to forgive you.
Your son is incredibly angry. Reba's incredibly hurt. You gotta own that. Do you want to apologize for not knowing better, for not choosing better?
I'm very sorry that I can't fix the past. I can't go back and do it over. And that it has had such a negative impact on you.
This was huge, just taking accountability for her actions and her poor parenting.
I heard what Andrew said. I felt what he said. And it makes me more determined than ever to make a big difference and make things better.
Now that Mom really does know what it was like for us and what kind of effect it has made on us and how it impacted us, she's really converting it into something positive.
I'm feeling better about everything getting out of there. And to face my responsibility feels really good.
We've got the house completely empty now. We removed about 6 tons of trash out of this home. We've got painters and organizers and stagers coming in to make this as beautiful and as livable a house for Diana as we can get. You guys have done a lot of work this week, both physical and mental, and I'm proud of that. All right, you ready to go inside and see your house?
I am.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think?
It's incredible. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. It's like the impossible dream for me. This has kind of always been my dream furniture. I don't know. It's wonderful.
She was shocked and overwhelmed. I've never seen my mom react like that to anything.
You've said very clearly to all of us that you want to make space for your kids to come back in.
Right.
Is this the kind of space you'd like to come in and hang out?
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, it's great. Just so much better in here. Now that everything's been cleared out and everything's been cleaned out, I'll have more time to spend here and hang out with my mom and my family and have new memories.
Kitchen bag. Oh my gosh,
fridge, I didn't see that. There's a fridge. Oh my gosh.
Having a place where everyone can gather here and be our family again makes me feel whole. And this has given me a chance to redeem myself in my children's eyes and prove myself worthy of being the mom that I was at one time and that I will be from now on.
I'm really hopeful for Diana. She's done the bulk of the work, which is acknowledging that she has been a part of the problem and that she is her own solution. You've done the hard work. You've opened up, you've allowed, you started this process of healing.
Yes.
You're halfway there.
Oh yeah. Those bad memories went out with the trash. They are gone and I can breathe again.